Hello, mindful friends. Today we're going to be talking about finding more ease in our lives and how when we are not experiencing ease, that things feel like a struggle, everything is a fight, there's always obstacles, that it's mostly generated from our perspective and our approach at things than it actually is the true reality of life. So I've been watching the movie The Secret, and I've read the book, and that those ideas have been coming back to me and are mindful concepts in themselves of the power of perspective and belief and what we're manifesting in our lives. And so if we believe in ourselves that life is hard, it's going to be a struggle, I have to fight to get what I want, that is literally going to be what manifests in your life. And this is because it's where you're placing your attention. So when something comes up or you have a new task to take on, you have the mindset, this is going to be a chore, this is going to be really hard, or it's not going to work out the way that I think. So then as you're moving forward into the task, you're looking for every example within that experience that proves that it's hard. And as you're moving through, you're not seeing the opportunity, you're not seeing the openness, you're not creating space for yourself. You're simply diving in with the mindset that this is going to be hard. So your body's already tense, you're already geared up for a battle, and then that's what life is going to give you. It's going to give you a battle. Whereas on the other side, if you go in with an attitude of, I have enough time, I have the resources that I need to figure this out, it will be okay, then you're moving into this experience relaxed and open and kind of free to change perspective and to see what else is available. And so when we move in with the idea that this is a fight, right? It's kind of just like when you're engaging with another person, you can think of it the same way of when you're engaging with life, is we approach them with the mentality of, oh, I'm going to have to make this a battle. This is going to have to be a struggle. You approach that other person not ready to listen or be open to their ideas or finding common ground that may differ from yours, but you're already approaching them hardened, closed off, ready for a battle. Your muscles are tight. You've got a grimace on your face. And what do they read from you? Well, they read someone who's stuck in their ways, who's ready to fight. And the response that we get is, it's kind of that mirror theory of we mirror what is across from us, the energy that's brought towards us. So they see you in that mode and they're going to mirror it, and automatically it's going to put them more on defensive or closed off, or they're going to meet the fight with a fight. And life is the same way, right? Because just like if it's a person, we're moving into an experience in life, we're dealing with other people in that, we're also dealing with technology in that, or whatever it is, having to take on a trail or a new route or a new job. When we approach it assuming it's going to be an obstacle, a challenge, difficult, what stance do we take on towards life? We take on one of, I'm ready to battle, I'm tight, I'm resisting, I'm holding strong. And the world meets us back with that energy. So then as we're moving into it, all we're seeing are the things I have to oh, I have to tackle that, or I have to fight that, and I have to battle that thing to get it my way. And that's how we move forward. Each step is another battle. Whereas if we shift and we approach, just like, go back to the example of being with a person. We're walking up to this person and our assumption is, this is going to go really well. They're going to be accepting. I'm going to be open. We're going to be able to compromise. You're relaxed. Your face is peaceful. Your body language says, I'm approachable. This can be a comfortable encounter. They mirror that. They see you coming in that way, and they don't have to get defensive. They don't have to put on their strong armor or pick up their weapons. They meet you with that same kind of openness. And the world does the same thing. You're approaching this challenge, this new job, this move, and you approach it open-hearted. And you say, okay, I can do this. I can handle this. I have the skills. And if I don't have the skills, I'll develop them. And I have all the time in the world. And if something is feeling urgent or pressured, I'll look around and I'll find other options. And there'll be new ways for me to get through this in a time frame that works. So now what energy are you bringing to this experience? You're relaxed, you're peaceful, your mind is open and clear, and you're not in panic mode. So when we approach something and we're in fight mode and we're predicting it's going to be challenging, we already, every time that we do that, we come out of prefrontal cortex and cognitive processing, and we don't think as well. We're not as clear. We're not seeing all of our options. So as soon as we approach a situation with the mindset, this is okay, this too belongs, I can handle this too, we now are calm. We're in the parasympathetic nervous system. We're not back in our limbic system. We're able to cognitively process, and that gives us the ability to open our perspective and see all of the possibilities available for moving forward, for adapting to the situation, for learning new skills in that moment that make this easier. And so now all of a sudden, this situation is no longer a problem. It's no longer something to be fighting for. And we feel that ease coming back into our lives. And so whatever that is for you that makes it feel like this thing is going to be a battle, I guarantee it's almost always the same thing you're telling yourself of, people won't listen to me, or I'll have to fight them to keep my opinion or keep being heard, or I don't have enough time and I will be stressed for time. A lot of us have those one kind of statements that we apply to every situation we're going into, and those shift our perspective into, this is going to be a fight, this is going to be a struggle. But if we move in and we notice when we're thinking, like, for me, it's definitely, I'll have to fight to hold my truth, my own opinion. And if I move in thinking that, then I'm going to manifest it, because I'm going to be holding really strong and I'm going to look stubborn when I deal with other people. Whereas if I move in feeling like, okay, I'm open to compromise, I know what my truth is, this is going to be okay, it's less of a battle, it's less of a fight. And same thing with like time. I think all of us have that little feeling of, I'm not going to have enough time, and this thing that I'm doing is one more thing that I have this time. And when you go into it, then you're going to be hurried, you're going to feel pressured. And actually, when we do that, we're not as efficient, and we're not as open to seeing efficient ways of getting things done. We're not even as open to see what we could let go of to clear space in our lives. So when we see those little things coming up, we say the opposite to ourselves. I can hold my truth. I do have enough time. I do have the ability to learn the skills necessary to do this. Then when we move into this experience, we're open to these possibilities of growth. We're open to it being ease. So not always easy, right? But that we can move in with peace, with ease, and we can move through the challenge while staying centered and noticing the abundance of our resources that can help us to make this a little bit softer, make it a little bit easier and more supported. And then life doesn't feel like such a battle all the time. So I invite you this week, look into those things that you're feeling like this is just such a struggle, and listen for what's your perspective that's creating that struggle of why do you believe this is going to be so hard? And can you shift that and open your mind and approach it more peacefully to see all of the ways you could approach this situation with more peace and more ease. If you enjoy these little talks and would like to join us for a group mindfulness session or individual coaching, you can find us at newleafmindfulness.com. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I hope to see you all very soon.